Hi friends, attorney Marina Shepelsky here, practicing immigration law since 2002. Real quick, I want to talk about all the cases we've done for VAWA, abuse petitions, filed through Form I-360 petition, or it's called self-petition for spouse of a U.S. citizen who abused, whether it's a man or woman, and they weren't yet legalized. So we help people legalize through VAWA. What is VAWA generally? Like, how does VAWA even work? There was a law sponsored, interestingly enough, by Joe Biden and another senator about 27 years ago that helped women, that's why it's called VAWA, Violence Against Women Act, VAWA, that's the acronym. 27 years ago, Joe Biden and another senator who was a Republican, Biden was a Democrat, together as senators sponsored this law that became law pretty quickly to help women who are battered, who are abused and are victims of all kinds of domestic violence to get benefits, whether it's through different state or federal benefits, and immigration benefits was included in that. So that's the background of VAWA. What does it mean when we say they're abusing you? It doesn't mean that you necessarily are getting physically hit. It doesn't mean necessarily that somebody's punching you or even touching you inappropriately. But it does mean that they're maybe manipulating you, controlling you, not giving you any money, taking all of your money away from you as soon as you make it at your job, refusing to file for you and your kids. This works for men and women. Obviously, there's a lot of women who are in these situations because they're afraid of their husband and the husband is controlling. But we have just as many men who are immigrants and stuck with wives. A wife is a U.S. citizen or green card holder and abuse them. They control them, call them every 5 minutes, don't even let them work, don't let you have your own friends, isolate you over time from your friends and your family who are supportive of you. If you had cousins and siblings who live in America and normally you used to be friendly, you used to talk to them all the time, now because of your spouse, they won't let you talk to them anymore. They're constantly controlling who can you talk to, who can you not talk to. Maybe you can't even call your family in your country anymore. I had one client who was a cab driver and he had a son who was going to college. So the wife was a citizen and she was constantly telling him, you can't pay for your son to go to college. You can't give your son money. You can't give him any money for college expenses. And she used to hit him and she used to cheat on him, and he found photos like that. Examples like that mean this man is eligible to file for VAWA benefits. Even if you already filed for a green card, but your wife or your husband, who's the citizen, is refusing to go to the interview, we can help. Even if you already had an interview and maybe they purposely, on purpose, screwed up your interview. If you had an old deportation, I just got a man approved from Montenegro, which is the former Yugoslavia, who had a very old removal order from a judge, deportation. He never went home. Eventually, he married a lady who was a U.S. citizen, and she abused him, and we proved it. So he just got approved, he got a work permit. Now we will file with court to reopen his deportation. So now the deportation will be gone because VAWA even lets us reopen a deportation case when you can prove that this abuse happened and it's enough of a change in circumstances to reopen and remove the order of deportation, even an old one. Even if you had already filed another kind of case and were denied, VAWA will help you. VAWA is very humane. It's specifically created for men and women who are in these bad, dangerous situations. This is meant for people who are really abused. It's not meant for somebody who's just fighting with their wife a lot, or the woman just fights with her husband a lot. This is meant for people who are really depressed and suffering. So if you have a VAWA situation, we can help you. You have to show joint documents to prove that you were really married, not just for papers. You have to show the abuse. You need to go to a psychologist. Very helpful to have police reports, family court, and criminal courts orders of protection or restraining orders, but it's not a must. However, I do ask everybody to go to psychologists to evaluate and prove that it's true that the person is being abused. And the final aspect is to prove good moral character. No arrest, no criminal history. So things like that definitely work. It's not a short process. It's a long process. It takes about 3 years. But during those 3 years, you will be legal. You will not be deported. You will get a letter of prima facie approval that will help you apply for Medicaid or food stamps or benefits like that. And and even maybe Section 8, depending on the state, which lets you get cheap housing, cheap apartments. You will get a work permit for most people, not for everyone, and you will get an advance parole to travel. With all this, you can wait calmly in good condition for 3 years, and when you're finally approved, you'll get a green card. Give us a call at the office. We'll be very happy to help you. The phone number's on all my videos, and we work with clients in every state, not just New York and New Jersey where the offices are, but I have today clients from California, Washington, Chicago, Illinois, Hawaii, and every state basically. So if you have a problem like this, give us a call. Now I have a comment here and says, I'm confused. If you get a 2-year conditional green card after you got the green card and work permit, if it's separate. If somebody already has a 2-year green card, it's a different process. It's called removal of conditions with waiver. If you are in an abuse situation, you will still have your green card when you file for the waiver based on the abuse, but it's not exactly the I-360 VAWA petition that I'm talking about today. Why green card's taking so long? I applied 1 year ago with asylee status, but don't have it yet because it's a lot of people are applying. USCIS has a huge budget hole. They don't have as much people as they should have working on this. The only money they get is not from taxes, but from people paying government fees. Plus, there's a year of COVID delay. So it's not surprising that things are taking so long. I don't know what it means, no official separate. You don't have to be divorced, if that's the question, or separated to file for VAWA. Again, by the way, I'm not talking about this today, but if you have already a 2-year green card, but something happened, you're separated, you're not living with your spouse, they're refusing to go for the 10-year green card with you, and it was like an abuse situation, give us a call. We do work with that. It's just called something else, and it's not what this video is about, but we do a lot of those cases too. I've been here 10 years, and I have deportation. My son is 4 years old. Wife has work permit, A10 category, which means I think it's an asylum case. I don't know. You'd have to call our office. Phone number 718-769-6352. I'd have time to think about it and give you a consultation. We work with clients through only consultations. This is my giving back to the community, doing these TikToks. I do videos on YouTube. By the way, please join our YouTube channel, join our Facebook pages. We have my personal one, and of course I ask everybody to join the business page where I post a lot of information too. Not everything that's here, it's completely different information than a lot of other videos I do all the time. So you're welcome to join. Our office works right now full time. Some of us are working both in the office and at home, and some of my staff is working only at the office. We have other lawyers who work in our team. You only see me, but I actually have a big team behind me, and we have other good people that work with us. So give us a call, give us a chance. We really care about immigrants, and we really hope to help as many people as we can who deserve it. I'll see you later. Have a great weekend. Bye bye.